So welcome back, everyone. My next guest is Brian Beal, and he is the CEO of Document Trunk. Welcome to the show.
Good afternoon. How are you?
Tell everybody, I'm great. Tell everybody a little bit about yourself and what you do.
Okay. So, of course, again, I'm Brian Beal. Document Trunk it's an online website for storing estate planning, end-of-life type documents, messages, so on and so forth, all of your passwords, everything you could possibly need, but with a little bit of a twist, because anybody can give you something that you can just store documents with or files with. What we do is we add a proactive approach where we actually track your death every day, or your eventual death every day through the internet. And we're the only ones out there.
So you're looking to see if we're in the obituaries? Is that what it is?
That's one of many ways.
Really?
Yeah, we actually created what turned out to be a pretty complex algorithm to go out and search the internet, filter out all of the issues or the wrong ideas, and then what it does from there is it notifies us if we get a certain hit, and it comes back to us, and then we do what I call a life check status. Okay,
that's really neat. You got to listen up to this because this is interesting. I remember talking to you when we first started talking about it, and it really is. So let me ask you first, why would somebody want to, use a storage online as opposed to somewhere else, like in their home, let's say, or whatever?
Sure. So the easiest thing I can answer that with is safes, safety deposit box keys, things like that. They all require you to have somebody who knows what's going on for you. So that person who may change dozens of times over the years, that person has to have access to the safety deposit box. They have to have codes to your safes, whatever it happens to be. Well, maybe that person changes and you don't know how to change your safe code. Well, now you have to buy a new safe because now the person who can get into it, you don't want into it anymore. A safety deposit box, regardless of whether or not you give them a key, they can't get in. They can't get in without going through probate. And the whole point of your will, your trust, things like that is to avoid as much probate as possible. The only way you can allow them in without going through probate is they have to be named on that box and have their own separate key, which means, again, they can go in whenever they want and make changes or make things disappear or whatever it happens to be. The idea behind this is we actually store everything, though I am going to say with that a little bit, you do want to keep your existing will. That particular piece, you need to keep an actual copy of it, but we suggest you keep a digital copy with us along with a notification of where that will is stored. But what we do is we give you your own internal CRM where you can list up to 14 to 16 people, and on those, you can actually assign these files to those people. And when the eventuality comes that we find that you've passed away, we confirm who they are, and we actually distribute those files to the people you want. So you only have one place you need to update documents. You only have one place that you need to go to when things change in your life, and then we distribute them for you at the end, and no one has access to them prior to your death.
That's awesome.
Or to your something happening to you if they need to get to powers of attorney.
Sure. Now, how does it work? Is it a membership?
It is. It's either a monthly or a yearly membership, $9.99 a month, or it can cost up to $100 a year. So you can go either way, whichever you want.
So they made it unbelievably affordable. But here's the thing. Call it peace of mind.
Absolutely. For that little, you're not going to find anything that does to the extent of what we do.
Okay, and you're going to enter everybody in. Well, no, you're going to give everybody. You said you want to give everyone 3 months free membership.
Absolutely.
Okay, so everyone's going to get it. We're going to open up our lines here for you to call and throughout the rest of the show. Our number here is 602-277-5369, and toll free it's 1-866-536-1100. You've got to check it out. It's documenttrunk.com. You can Facebook. They're on Facebook, Twitter, and also YouTube as well. And it's unbelievably affordable. Why did you do that? Tell them why you did it.
Well, I don't think that things like this need to be expensive. I mean, knowing and building the business and running the business, I can say it doesn't need to be an expensive part on ours, so it shouldn't be expensive for the people who need it. In the old days, of course, everybody went to a giant attorney firm, and that attorney firm took care of you. Well, if you're well off, you probably still work with an attorney firm who has numerous partners. Well, nowadays, 85% of all attorney firms are single-man shows, and that's who most of us end up using. Well, that one attorney, who knows if he's going to be alive or she's going to be alive by the time that you pass. So we needed to create, at least for us, and this was very personal to us. We created it for us in the beginning, and it just seemed to have grown from there. We needed to make sure it was inexpensive and easy for everybody to get to, and a solution that worked.
Now, it's a membership, and it's only $10 a month.
Correct.
$9.99, and
with
also,
no contract, by
with
the way.
no contract, no contracts either. And if you do it for the year, it's $100 for the year. And their website, they want you to check it out. It's documenttrunk.com, and our number here is 602-277-5369. Toll free, it's 1-866-536-1100. Everyone's going to get 3 months free membership, and that's a $30 value. Are there other companies like Document Trunk out there?
There are, at this point, we've been able to track down, and since Prince passed away with no will, numerous ones have seemed to have popped up, but we're up to about roughly a dozen at this point that are, again, similar. What we found nobody has, again, is that proactive life approach. Many of them will allow you to assign one person, but you have to carry a card in your wallet, or you have to have somebody who knows what's going on. Again, all of that changes over years. That's where this really comes into play, is we do everything for you. All of that is taken care of. You don't have to worry about whether or not a person finds a card or a key or anything else. We find the people when we find that you've passed away.
So how do you do that?
How do we find the people?
Yeah.
Well, all of that is listed within the CRM. So you're going to create, and you can change it as often as you like. There's no certain amount of times per year or anything. You can change it once a day for all we care. Probably don't want to do that, but you have a CRM within your system, and every year or every day, whatever it happens to be, go in there and update. I want little Bobby Sue to get this. I want my trust attorney to get this. I want this person to get this. And then you put in all of their information, their name, their address, their phone number, email address. And then that way we're able to cross-reference that against a driver's license or something else when it's time to actually start passing out that documentation.
For someone who's a little bit older that may need some assistance,
Sure.
do you call them and
Absolutely.
remind them?
Actually, we send out regular emails as well, reminding you, hey, it's time to update. Things have changed. Have things changed? Mm-hmm. It's actually recommended that at least once every 3 years you go through and you update your will and your trust. However, we remind you about once a month.
Right. It's documenttrunk.com. You can Facebook them, Twitter them. Also, they're on YouTube, and it's unbelievably affordable. It's only $10 a month, $100 for the year, but we've got everyone that's going to get 3 months for free. That's a $30 value. And our number here is 602-277-5369, and toll free, it's 1-866-536-1100. So what types of files would someone store on there again?
Pretty much anything. Now, it started out, of course, of just estate planning, your wills, your trusts, your life insurance policies, things like that. What we found is it's actually grown into power of attorney, your medical power of attorney, medical records. What's huge right now with probate attorneys is putting up your social media passwords, because once you pass away, if people don't have that, they can't get into it. Facebook would never let somebody else into it. And then, of course, video messages. We suggest it's very important. You can talk to people after you've passed on, or just letters. If you want letters emailed out, you can send them out through us after you've passed away.
How secure are these files with Document Trunk?
Okay, so all of our servers are beyond me in security. I'm going to say that right off the bat. They're PCI, HIPAA, SSL, and 500 other different types of secure as far as everything was concerned on our secure side. Then, of course, what we do above and beyond that is we have all types of policies in place to make sure that no matter what happens to either us as the owners or to the company itself, there will be a continual 2 decades worth of hosting. So you never have to worry about something happening to us and then all of a sudden your files aren't available to you.
What did you say that you do? I was just going to ask you, what happens if, do you continue?
Absolutely. So I kind of mixed a couple things there. So
You did.
What we do is, in my own personal trust, we took out a life insurance policy against myself and my family. If anything happens, it will fund 2 years worth of the hosting on our side. So people's documents and messages and files are, still available afterwards. And then above and beyond that, let's say that something ever happened to Document Trunk itself. There's a bond in place now that if anything happens to Document Trunk, and if it could possibly happen that it goes belly up, well, it can't for another 2 decades as well, because there's a bond to place and pay for that hosting.
Well, it's very interesting, and it's a thank you for it, because there's a lot of people out there that, they don't know what they should do, and a lot of people get themselves in a bind when things happen. Right?
Absolutely. We hear stories every day.
Every day. So you got to check them out. It's documenttrunk.com. You can also call in here. We're going to let everyone call throughout the rest of the show to get 3 months free. That's a membership that's $30 value. It's already unbelievably affordable. For the year, it's only $100, and it's peace of mind. So check them out at documenttrunk.com. So real quickly, what are some of your final words?
I think that everybody's got a story somewhere about a mother-in-law or a grandfather or somebody, a cousin, that you went and they passed away and everybody went looking for the will, got $15,000, $20,000, $30,000 into probate, and then someone found the will. This is the perfect service for that. These are the types of things that we can help avoid by doing these for you. I suggest that everybody, even if you don't, away from me, even if you didn't choose Document Trunk, I would 100% suggest that you go and you look into something.
Check it out. It is documenttrunk.com, and keep on calling. We're going to give you 3 months for free. It's a $30 value, 602-277-5369.